Hey guys, Wes and Jared here from Florida Fanatics. We are here to take you around the scare zones at Halloween Horror Nights 28.
And this is before the Halloween Horror Night starts this weekend, and first we're going to get into the first scare zone, which is the Harvest. And this is actually when you first enter the park. This is between the Minions and Shrek, and this scare zone actually encompasses, you know, things from each of the haunted houses. So first representation here is Stranger Things.
It seems pretty cool. I mean, seeing this is kind of neat because they had the Sam there, which was actually a big part of last year's. So it would be kind of neat to see him in the house, in one of the houses.
Well, you're jumping a little ahead here, because this is where Sam comes into play for Trick or Treat. Right,
that's why I was remembering that. So, but there is Trick or Treat there. They are actually incorporating that again this year, it appears. It would be pretty cool to see him back.
So we'll see some of the characters from that. It looks like in the scare zone coming up here as well. This is going to be the Blumhouse haunted house, so I think it's going to incorporate, obviously, Happy Death Day. You see the mask there, and some of the Purge, because what is Halloween Horror Nights without the Purge? So we're going to move on to the other side. We have the representation in the Halloween 4, because there is a house with that.
That's going to be interesting to see.
And this is always a fun scare zone because, like I said, it's just going to be a mix-up and a mash-up of everything.
Yeah, that would be neat to see. And then next we have the Poltergeist. Now this is really cool. We got the clown there from the famous clown scene in the bed.
And I wonder if that TV is actually going to turn on and work.
I don't know. That would be interesting to find out.
So moving on to the next scare zone, we have the Revenge of Chucky. So this is over in the Hollywood section of Universal Studios, which is actually a very big section for a scare zone.
Yeah, it is pretty big, and there's a lot of room, so it'll probably have a lot of characters, in my opinion. Can't wait to see it. It's going to be really neat. They have a lot out right now. I mean, you can see quite a bit of stuff as you're walking, and you know, just without even being in the park during the Halloween Horror Nights. I mean, you can actually see there's like this stage we were coming up on, which we were wondering what in the world it's going to be, and leaves a lot to the imagination because it's blacked out the front and the back. So
yeah, we don't know what kind of show it is. I'm hoping it's going to be like the one they used to have in Universal Hollywood, where they have like the puppet Chucky, where someo's controlling it and they're basically roasting the crowd. I think that would be really cool.
That would be awesome.
But it gets the language in that though. It's usually like 18 plus, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've seen videos of that. That's pretty good.
But really, with this scare zone, the description does say that it's going to be twisting childhood toys into nightmares, so I wonder if there's going to be more than just Chucky in this area.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there will. I'm sure there will be, most certainly. I mean, there's tons of stuff out there going on, which is it's always I mean, it's an awesome experience every year we go. I'm sure they'll top it. It's on to Vamp 85 New Year's Eve.
And the description for this is the ball drops in New York City. This New Year's bash is about to bite, literally. So it's all going to be on the streets of New York here. This section that we're walking down, there's not a whole lot, or there's basically nothing out for the scare zone, but it will encompass this area to a point. And then as we kind of get to the end of the street here, right across the street there in the gold with the gold and black doors, that's going to be, or right here, this is going to be the merchandise shop. And now we're getting into the props that they actually have out for the scare zone as we turn the corner here. And first up is the stage.
Total 80s throwback there.
So 1985, there's your New Year's Eve ball. I wonder if that is actually a working ball. It's going to go up and down.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Most definitely. But yeah, it was definitely cool to just walk around and take in the sights and see how quickly they got everything up. Like, it's every year.
This is where they had the Purge last year. This is actually the biggest area for the scare zones. I wasn't expecting this one to actually be in this area. But we have another stage here.
I wonder if they're gonna do like, yeah, let's see, what are they saying they're featuring on there? I mean, I wonder what's gonna be on this stage.
Well, under that tarp there is a drum kit, so there's probably gonna be some kind of vampires playing live music.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, some like rock band or something. And the stage lights for it.
Now I don't know what's down here in this alley. There's some kind of stage set up for Coke. I don't know if that's just remnants from this past weekend where the Night of Joy was being held, or the Christian concert. I'm getting the name of that wrong. I remember last year with the Purge, they had stuff going all the way around through there. And the last prop in this area is the news truck here.
News 18-bit.
And even the license plate, because this is the streets of New York, the license plate is a New York license plate, so
it's pretty cool.
So we'll see how this plays into the actual scare zone.
Way to be detailed.
So next is our Killer Klowns from Outer Space.
That's what I'm super excited about because it is an awesome and cool cheesy movie at the same time.
Well, we're both 80s babies. I grew up in the 80s movie. This is a cult classic.
Yes.
I'm a little disappointed on the area of this scare zone because this is a new area for scare zones.
What was disappointing about it?
It's a small area.
Yeah.
I would like the Killer Klowns to have been over where the Chucky area is because they could do a lot with it.
Right.
But there's some mystery things under this tarp. I think what's going to be in that black bag right there is
one of those pods, yeah.
Cotton candy cocoon things.
Yep, I agree.
But this is all they have out for the props so far. I mean, they even got the ice cream truck, which is pretty close to the one that was in the movie. The one in the movie, I think, has a GMC written on the front.
Right.
That sign's the same. You have the Coke sign in the window, was in the movie. You know, I don't know about the specific ice creams on there and that Nick on a stick. You got your do not climb sign. But I want that sign, so once this is over and that goes in the prop shop, I'm going to try to buy that.
Tell that to go in the prop shop. That thing's huge.
Well, no, the sign will take it off. But yeah, here's the end of the scare zone. And our last one is Twisted Tradition. It says an ancient evil has been reawakened and transformed Halloween into an abomination. And as you can see here on the sign, it says Township of Cary, which is referencing Cary, Ohio. So for those that don't know, it's just an actual fictional town that they use for a lot of the backstories for the Halloween Horror Nights houses. And it's because one of the creators at Universal, his hometown was Cary, Ohio, so it kind of just pays tribute to him.
And we're from Ohio too, so. But yeah, I mean, this looks kind of cool. One thing I did notice, it looks like they redid the pumpkins and the trees from last year, so it looks almost identical to the scare zone, at least up in the trees. However, obviously they did do a lot of major changes when it comes to the props, you know, going through and looking left, looking right, but, you know, so it's not the trick-or-treat scare zone as they had last year. But, you know, still cool nonetheless, thus far. So what did you think about it?
But yeah, this is where they had trick-or-treat, and the pumpkins and the trees, as you saw earlier, is the same. So that was kind of disappointing to see that it's just kind of a recreation of that. But this one so far has the most props out, the most detail. I mean, it's kind of cool with the way the pumpkins, you got the spider webs and the rotted corn there. But even as you move around to little setup here. The details are amazing. You got all your, looks like barn and farm tools. You got crows coming out of the pumpkin right here, which looks cool.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting to see all of this. I mean, they do really good at detail, and that's one thing that I've noticed over the years of going to this. I'm always excited to see it in action. It's like you can see the props, you can always look at it and see, okay, well, this is its face value, but what is its purpose on the actual opening night? What's going to happen? And that's a totally different thing, which many of you know who have attended the event.
So just peeking over the fence, there's a couple pumpkins that you really can't see. Your rotted apples there. But yeah, I noticed too when we were filming this, all those pumpkins in the trees, just like last year, they do have lights strung up. So it's going to, all those pumpkins are going to be lit up. So we're just going to keep looking here. More rotted corn. And that's stuff you're not going to see when you're actually walking through the scare zone, because people are going to be running around. Whatever creatures they're going to have here, they're going to grab the attention.
And it's going to also be like pitch black in most areas, and there's probably going to be fog machines running. So I mean, a lot of this is going to get missed. So I mean, that's one of the main reasons why we wanted to kind of do this and kind of do this commentary style as well. Just so that we can kind of go back and kind of reminisce of what we saw. So
now I'm curious to know what's under this tarp.
The story of our lives.
It looked like a wagon of some sort. I saw some wagon wheels, but we'll see what kind. If it's going to be like have some moving parts or whatever. But they do have it hidden for right now. So and then over here off to the side, they have an old tractor and some more pumpkins. So don't know what they're going to do for that, or if that's just going to prop off to the side. But, I mean, this is a good time to let you guys know that we're attending this Friday, which is opening night.
And we are going to brave the crowds. We are going to go maybe the busiest night. I don't know. I think it's going to be busy pretty steadily. But
if you go to Halloween Horror Nights, it's busy every night.
Right, I agree. That's why I said I'm pretty sure it's going to be steadily busy, but. Regardless, we're going opening night. We're gonna give it a shot and see what happens. But after going, we're gonna kind of determine whether or not we want to buy the frequent fear pass. Because as of right now, with our current premier annual pass, we do get the free night at Halloween Horror Nights. Right. So we're going on our free night. We'll be able to get the discount. So that'll actually help out since we, already have our pass. But we're deciding whether or not we might do the frequent fear pass, which means it's basically we'll be able to go all season long. And I said that if we decide to do that, we're going to be here a lot, and we're probably going to film a lot. So if we do that, just be prepared that we'll come here. We'll probably live stream the scare zones a lot, because if you know. With Halloween Horror Nights, the scare zones are different every night. They're different throughout the night. Yeah, you have different people going through, you have different scenarios that play out. I mean, each night is going to be unique in its own, everything. So I like that pumpkin up there, that weird like mashup of everything. But yeah, going back to what Wes said, just even the crowds are different, but also they bring out different costume characters. So there's a chance to see different things each time. So that's why if we do, and we can't film the houses. So yeah, we tried that, but it didn't work out too well. But yeah, they don't really let you film in the houses. If they do see you, they're going to tell you to turn off the camera. That's why I said it didn't work out too well.
But yeah, so if we do go, we'll just be sticking to the scare zones, pretty much. Also, there's a good show that they do, which is the Academy of Villains, which is they incorporate like dance and pyrotechnics and music and all this other stuff. And that's actually moving over into the Fear Factor stage. It used to be up on a little pop-up stage over by Mel's Drive-In.
I think they kind of, I mean, the choice may have been made due to the stage issues last year with the hurricane. They actually had to perform on a small stage because the main stage was torn down by Hurricane Irma. So I think it's a smart move. You know, they're going to be performing in an area that, you know, is stationary, not going to have to worry about all that, and can fit a lot of people. So, and it is a good show to catch, most certainly, if you guys can.
Yeah, that could be the reason. I know another reason is because they did do away with the Bill and Ted show, which used to be there. But the Academy of Villains show is, I think, really popular. A lot of people love it. So I'll be excited to go there because at least I'll be able to sit. Because it's a long show and it's fun though. But this is pretty much all the scare zones. So just stay tuned to our channel because we're going to bring you Halloween Horror Nights this Friday.
Absolutely, guys. Florida Fanatics out for now. Thanks for watching.